What's up, yo? This is DJ Cutting Candy, and I'm bringing you a session of DJ 101. In this session, I'm going to teach you how to do a basic scratch. So now, I'm going to teach you a few basic scratches, and the first one I'm going to teach you is the baby scratch. Before we learn how to do that, it's important to learn the history of the scratch. It was made famous and invented by the one and only Grand Wizard Theodore. What Grand Wizard Theodore was doing was he was in his bedroom listening to music, and he was listening it pretty loud, and his mother came knocking in the door and said, "Can you please lower that music?" And she interrupted him, and as he was playing his music, he had his headphones on, and he was listening to his mom, and he was like, "Yeah, Mom, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, I'll lower music." He was talking to his mom at the same time and moving the record at the same time. So the sound was coming out, and he said to himself, "Wow, that's really cool." And that's how the scratch was created. Over time, different people came out with different scratch styles and patterns. The first thing I'm going to teach you is the baby scratch. So this right here is the baby scratch. So the baby scratch is a very simple scratch where you just start by moving the record forward. Like that, just like that. But you should also hold your turntable, your record, in a certain manner. Some people have different preferences where they put their hand. You definitely don't want to put your hand over here because that would just make you knock off your needle. And you definitely don't want to put it all the way over here because then you'll still knock off the needle. So you really want to start in a place just right over here and hold it. And some people have a preference using 2 fingers or 1. It's really up to you. So you find the sound that you want. Remember to cue up your record, and you find the sound you want. Right here, this is an ah sound. A lot of people sample ahs. So we take that sound ah, and we basically move it forward like this. And then we pull it back, just like that. You could move the fader forward at the same time, and then move it back, and then move it back to that sound. And you move it forward like this, and you could do a few scratches, a little easy wiggle-wiggles, just to get that sound that you want. So you could do like 2 forwards, and then let go. Then bring it back, and then do it again. 2 forward scratches, then let go to get that full ah sound, and then you can move the fader back and bring it back. So these are different types of scratches that you can also learn. We have a forward scratch. You would use your hand and you would move forward with the vinyl, and then you would also use the fader at the same time, moving it forward at the same time. Then we also have a transforming scratch made famous by the one and only DJ Jazzy Jeff, where you take a sound, and in this case, a long ah, and you would cut that sound with the fader. What I mean by cutting it, you're making it sound like ah, 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 because right now you just hear it as an ah. So now I want to make it go into an ah, 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 ah. So I would take the fader and I would move it a few times, cutting that sound in little pieces. So that is a transforming. Of course, it gets a little bit more intricate when you want to do it in a rhythm pattern and you want to scratch to a beat. And then, of course, there's other scratches like the chirp, where you're cutting a sound. You would have your fader already open, not closed. You would have the fader open, and then you would move your hand forward, and then you would move the fader back at the same time at the very beginning of the sound. This creates like a chirp-like sound. And that's a few basic scratches. I am DJ Cutting Candy. Thank you for listening in. Now you go out there and be the best DJ on your block. Peace.